Hello and welcome back. In this video we'll be looking at prorating expenses, and essentially what we're looking at is going to be some calculations involving money, in particular expenses, and so your net monthly cash flow is going to be your monthly income minus your monthly expenses. So how much you earn, and we're going to subtract how much you spend. And you could be spending more than you earn, so this could be a negative number, or you could be earning more than you're spending, so this could be a positive number. So if it's positive, we're earning money. If it's negative, we're going to be losing money. And as far as monthly conversions go, we normally equate 4 weeks to 1 month. This is not exact. A month will usually have 30 or 31 days, which is maybe a little bit more than 4 weeks. But for our purposes, we're going to think that there's going to be 4 weeks to each month. And then we have the word semi-annually. Semi here means half. So if we're talking about a half a year, this is going to be 6 months. So if I'm paying for something, if I have an expense that occurs semi-annually, I'll be paying it twice a year, each half a year, or every 6 months. So let's do an example. So here we have, I have a list of our income and some expenses, and we want to find the net monthly cash flow. So some of these things, what you'll notice is that these are occurring maybe weekly. So like we're spending $110 per week on groceries, $30 per week on gas. Some of these are happening every month, and some of these are happening semi-annually. So we'll need to convert. So again, we want the monthly cash flow. So we need to see how much we're spending each month on this. So if we have a salary of $2,000 each month, our income is going to be $2,000. So we know that this is going to be our starting point, and we're going to take the $2,000 and we're going to start subtracting all of our expenses. So let's just go down the line. First of all, we're spending $500 a month on rent. So what we can do is we can subtract $500. So here was our income, and now we're going to be subtracting our expenses. So we need to subtract $500 because we do that each month. Groceries, we're spending $110 each week on groceries. So there are 4 weeks in a month, though. So we're going to have to subtract 4 times 110. So if we spend $110 each week on groceries, that means that we're going to be spending $440 each month on groceries. So we have to be careful because this says week and not month. Next, utilities. We're spending $150 each month on utilities, so we're just going to subtract $150. Health insurance, we're spending $300 semi-annually. Okay, so this means that every 6 months we're spending $300. So for each month, what we're going to do is we're just going to divide that by 6. This is how much we spend over the course of 6 months. So when we divide that by 6, we'll get what we spend each individual month. Likewise, with car insurance, we're spending $500 semi-annually, so every 6 months. So we'll need to divide that by 6 to get it down to just 1 month at a time. We're running out of room on this line. Gas, we're spending $30 each week on gas. So over the course of 1 month, there's 4 weeks. So we'll take the $30 we have times 4. Miscellaneous, so just on other things that we spend money on over the course of a month, it will be $400 each month. And a phone, we're spending $75 each month on a phone. And we can now just plug this into a calculator and see what this equals. So let's come over to Desmos. So let's get rid of some of these. So now we just have to type in everything that we have. So we have $2,000 income from our salary every month, minus 500 minus 4 times $110, minus 150, minus 300 divided by 6, minus, I think the next one was $500, minus, or sorry, divided by 6, because those were happening semi-annually. Spent $30 on gas each week, so 4 times 30 minus 400 minus 75. So every month, this number right here is going to be our net monthly cash flow. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to round this to the nearest dollar. So this is going to be 181 point, what looks like 6 forever. So when I round this, it'll be $182. My 1 kind of looks like a 7. And this is our net monthly cash flow. We turn everything into how much we spend or earn each month. And when we combine it all together, we get 182. So we are not losing money because this is not a negative number. This is a positive number. So this would mean that we are earning, or so at the end of every month, we're increasing by $182. So that's all there really is to this sort of question. The next question that we'll see on the first homework this week is looking at annual expenses. And for annual expenses, we have 52 weeks in a year, and we could say that there's 12 months in a year. Now, if there's 4 weeks in every month and only 12 months in a year, that doesn't quite add up to 52 weeks, but remember that 4 weeks in a month is not quite accurate. There's a couple of extra days every month. So these are the conversions that we'll use for annual expenses. And let's just read the question and see what this is asking us. So this is saying that Casey buys 4 lottery tickets each week for $3 a piece, and then he also spends $75 a month on his phone bill. Okay, so we have some information on what sorts of expenses Casey spends his money on, and then we want to find the total cost per year of each expense, and we'll complete the following. The first expense is blank percent of the second. Okay. So there's 2 questions here. Let's find the total cost per year, and we need to complete that sentence. Well, finding the total cost per year, that shouldn't be a problem. Casey buys 4 lottery tickets each week for $3 a piece. So for the lottery tickets, let's find out how much Casey spends every year. So Casey buys 4 lottery tickets each week for $3 a piece. So how much am I spending, say, each week? Well, each one costs 3, and I'm buying 4 of them. So that means that I'm spending $12 a week. But I don't want to know how much I'm spending each week. I want to know how much I'm spending every year on lottery tickets. So if I'm spending $12 each week, and there's 52 weeks per year, I will take $12 times 52, and I can do this over here, 12 times 52, and that gives me 624. Dollars every year on lottery tickets. They add up after a while. Okay, so my first expense, well that's done. My second expense, I'm spending $75 each month on my phone bill. So for the phone, well, if we're spending $75 each month, and we know that there are 12 months in a year, we'll just multiply by 12. And again, if we have $75 times 12 months in a year, that adds up to $900 each year. Cool. So we found our total yearly expense, the total cost per year of each expense. And then the last question is just asking, the first expense is going to be some percent of the second. So when I want to say that a number is some percent of another, the way that we do that is we look at the ratio between them. So the ratio of 624 to 900 is going to be this percentage. So the so to find the what percent 624 of 900 is, I take 624 and I divide it by 900. And if we come over to decimals, so 624 divided by 900 will be 0.693 repeating, so 0.69. Let's just write a few of these down. And if I want to round it to the nearest percent, well, okay, so first of all, this is a decimal, and this is not a percentage. So to turn this into a percentage, I need to multiply by 100. So if I multiply this by 100, I'm shifting the decimal place over twice. So technically this would be 69.33 forever. And I think in these questions they quite often are asking us to round to the nearest percentage. So to the nearest percentage, that means I'm going to get rid of all of the decimal points. And when I'm rounding here, this 3 is not, we're not going to round the 9 up. So the 9 will stay the same. So it's going to be 69% of our average phone yearly phone bill is going to be spent on lottery tickets, which seems like a lot. And that's the homework for this week.